Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're going to be installing the Emporia. It is an watt/amp meter. We're going to put them on all the different circuits to see what our S19 Pros are eating and the S17s, and see if we can actually work out a way where we can run the S19s faster, slow down the S17s, take off some S17s, because the efficiency is a lot better on the 19s. So if you think that's interesting, hit like, subscribe, with the bell. Check out cryptollc.org if you're looking for someone to set up an asic or a GPU mining farm. You can see this farm right here has 1.75 megawatts. It is running over 500 asic rigs, asics miners, a lot of S19 Pros and S17 Pluses. Alright, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to walk in there, I'm going to start setting up the Emporia. I need to switch it over to a different panel because right now it's running on a 200 amp panel. I'm going to put them on a 600 amp panel because that's where most of the S19 Pros are. I had a problem setting it up first because I had to run different configuration for the voltages. So on Emporia, it didn't really state clearly what the change is, you know, for the calculation. So I had to put in a 1.86 for the calculations. Anyone has problem with Emporia, you know what I'm talking about. It's not exactly 2, it's actually 1.86 because our transformers are 231 volts, and then we need to actually convert that in percentage terms from 240. So that's how it turns out to be 1.86. All right, let's get started. Let me get rid of this wire here. Also running a microphone because it's really loud in there, so you should be able to hear me fine since I'm running a mic directly from the GoPro. All right, let's do that. So you should hear me. All right, so here's that Emporia, and you can see right here 5R25, 5R01, and that's 2,950 watts. Join it off of these guys. And then how do I know that's accurate? If I go to my amps and I measure where the Emporia is right here, it's showing me 2.8 amps. So take that times 231 and it should give you 2,950 watts. So when you do the calculations, when you go to manage devices, you go over here and you go to circuit 1, it's 1.87 for the calculation. So make sure that it matches what you're getting physically with an actual fluke amp reader. But what we're going to do is we're going to change this over to this panel so you guys can actually see how that's actually changed over. Alright, so let's get started. So we're going to take off our neutral here. I think I'm unscrewing the wrong one. Yeah. I'm gonna take off our neutral, unplug this guy. Gotta put it here temporarily. Doesn't really matter. And I'm gonna flip off this one and this one. Turn it back on. This one is empty anyways, doesn't really matter. Alright, so now let's take off some of our clamps. I don't need these big clamps anymore. These were just to measure the 200 amp 3-phase. So we don't need that anymore. It's interesting to know, but not really important because I already have my calculations set for the panel. It's already pretty much loaded, about 190 a leg. Don't need that. Well, what I do need is these little guys here, and I'm going to run them off of these legs here. So I already know this is a 19, the one I want to measure. Now what I'm measuring them for is, like I said, I'm looking for to save watts. So I want to run the S19 Pros a little bit faster, and then run the S17s slower, or actually just run them maybe at the same speed but run less of them, because again my efficiency is higher for the 19s. So let's plug this one in here. It's number 1, and then this is number 2. It's number 3, so on. Okay, now I gotta plug in our power here. So how this power is going to be set up is, this is a 3-phase panel. Where's my screwdriver here? Okay, it's 3-phase panel. So it's going to be, I already counted, it's going to be A, B, C, A, B, C, A, B, C. So I just got to put them on these 3 legs here. So it'll be black, red, and blue. So again, A, B, C, A, B, C, A. So these are off. So I can now plug these guys in there. Put this guy in A. That's A. Next one is B, which is red. And you can see it matches the actual 600 amp cores that are coming down there on the bottom, coming to the top, or from the bottom to the panel. You can see it's black, red, and blue. So pretty much the same thing here. Just matching them up, put them on the same phases here. So, whoops, I didn't go in. Okay, A, B, and then C is blue. Like that. And then, gotta put this on neutral. So this neutral one, you have a negative and you have a neutral here, and they're specifying to actually put it on the neutral. So that's what we're gonna do. I actually tried it on negative to see if there's any difference, and there was basically no difference at all, which is you know, typical. I don't know why they want it on neutral. They might have something to do with some systems running a little bit different, but on this neutral, there's no difference at all. Alright, so these are all in. I'll turn these on. Okay. And then plug this guy in. Alright, so he's good to go. I'll wait for him to boot up. Let's connect. It's already set up with Wi-Fi. I already did that whole setup. So there's no, the Wi-Fi is done. All that stuff is done. What I actually need to do is just give it some time to load up, connect. There it goes. Alright, so now I need to go to my devices here and change the names of them. So this is a 3436. You saw that 3436, and then it's 3840, 4244. So if I go over here, there's a 3436, 3840, 4244. So it's R437. Go to my devices, circuit 1, 4R37, and it's already set at 1.87 is what I want. This guy over here is 4R38, and then number 3, 4R39. That's correct. Alright, so let's go back here. Now let's actually make sure it's correct. So the first one here is this one, and it's running at 14.4 amps. Right, 14.4 amps, which means times 231 is 30,326 watts. Right? Let's go see if that matches our app. So to be 37, there this 3,324. There it is. It's exactly the same. 3,326, 3,322, 24, and so on. Kind of getting an average there. So that matches. Now let's see if the other ones match, which they should. They should all be at 1.87 for this configuration. If you have different voltages, it'll be different for you. Because you might have actually running at not at 231, you might run at 208, 220, 240, and so on. Let's check out 3R38. So the app is showing us 3,400 watts. Let's see if that's correct. So I'm running at 14.5. So that 14.6 actually. Well, let's see if that's 3,400. Let's go to 0.4. Actually, it's 0.5 and 0.6. So it's almost there. A little bit less. Let's see. 14.6. 3370. It should be 3370. 34. So it's a little bit over. It's not actually 34. 14.5 now. 3350. It's 50 watts over. Okay. Let me see. I might have gone a little bit over. 14.5, which is that 3350. So that 4R37 should be 3350. 3320. So yeah, it's a little bit less. Let me make another adjustment here. Might actually be 0.8. Okay. Now 3320 for this one, which is 14.3, should be 3320. 14.4. 3326, there you go. Now let's check that other one. Is 38. Is show me 14.6, so it should be 3420. Or 14.5, 14.6. Let's go to 14.6. 30. Still that 33. It's still a little bit less. Let me see if I didn't mix up my names here. 7, 8, yeah, it's all correct. Number 38 right here should be 3440 is what it thinks it is. It's plugging into slot number 2. Everything is correct. 3400 should be 3420, somewhere around there. And it's not 3420. 14.6. Maybe it's 6.5. No, see? Still not even 34. Okay, so we're still under. Let's check the other one. So a little bit under. Might have to add a little bit more. Maybe go to 1.89. Now let's go to 39. 34.20. It's 14.4, so that's no way it's going to be that 20. Oh wait, I'm doing it backwards. You're watching this video. I mean, obviously you are. I just realized I'm doing it backwards. It's supposed to be going down, not up. Alright, so it's not 7, it's 6. 1.86. I'm not chasing it up, I'm chasing it down. So let's go back to 4R39. 3370. 14.4 should be 3380. 3370. See? Still like that. So let's go back down to 39. Let's go to 85. Let's go back to 39. You know, still doing that 14.3. Should be 3350. Almost there. Let's check this one here. This one is 14.5. So it should be 3350 exactly on that number 38. 3350. Let's go change our 38 to 6. 38. Oh, still a little high. So it looks like it's turning out to be 185. There it goes. And then number 38. Let's change that. 37. Let's change that to also 185. Let's go back. Let's go to 37. 3290. Let's see what that is. 14.5. About 33. See, 3350. Still a little bit. Almost there. Almost got it. Might actually be a little bit more here, because we want to get it perfect. We want to have it exactly perfect on the watts. 33, but it's not 33, right? It's 3350. So I might have to go back here and go to 37. It might be 1855, like this. Go back, and now it's 33, still 33. But see, that doesn't match. 3350. Yeah, still does not match. Let's change it again. Number 37, maybe it is that 1.86. $14.4. Actually went down now. 14.4, 3320. And that's 3280. Okay. Almost there. Now let's go back and check number 38 here. 38 is 3380. 14.5. So this one probably needs to be changed to a 6. 1.86. And then go to 38, 3390. Almost there. So it's like 40 watts off. About 40 watts off. 231, 14.5, 3350. We're at 3390, 34. A little bit over. And then let's go back to 39. We have to make sure that it's perfect. 1.85, what do I have here? 1.86. 1.86. 1.86. Okay. Now let's check this one here. 14.4. 3320. 3370. So if it's almost at that 14.5, it could be at 3350. So even if it's 14.5, it'd still be less than what this thing's showing me. So it's showing me too high. It's not 3380. So I gotta lower this down some more. Trying to get all three of them to be kind of the same here. It has to be that 1.855. It just has to be. 3360. Okay. Oh, it doesn't work like that, huh? Okay. It doesn't take decimals like that. It only goes down by 1. 1.84. 3350. Okay. Maybe it is 1.84. Let's go back up here. $1.84. 1.84. And then it's going to be 38. About 3350 at 14.5. There you go. 3350. And then last one, just to make sure that we got our good numbers here, is we're also going to go here and make sure this one is correct. So this one's going to be 37, 1.84. That's correct. Go back to home. Go to 37. 3260, huh? That is not correct at all. 14.5. Huh. That's 100 watts off. Even though it's showing me the same 14.5. Yeah. What happened to this one? This one kind of got disconnected. So I'm trying to measure like really small set of values here. Trying to actually get like 50 watts, like really close, because it makes a big difference here. I have to make sure that it's very close. What's wrong with this guy? Did I turn off maybe? Oh, it did. Okay, well, this guy's probably restarting. Anyway, this is why it's good to have multiple. You saw that this one was 100 watts off, when in reality it shouldn't be. It should be exactly the same as everyone else. So 1, 2, 1, 2. So 4648. This one's going to be 4648. Let's see who 4648 is. Let's plug another one on here. 4648. Let's give me our fourth one here. 4648. And so 4648. See, this guy's restarting. 4648. R440. There it is. It's already set as R440. Now we're going to change this to 4. Okay. Let's go R440. So 3360. So it should be 14.5. We already know that. Let it stabilize a little bit. Okay, there you go. 14.7. 3350. 3390. About 40 watts off. So that's why it's good to have multiple values. So you saw that they're not perfect. They're off 30, 40 watts. Maybe this thing's like, maybe it's showing 14.5, but it's actually like 14.55, but it doesn't have like a decimal. So it's not perfect. So what you can do in that situation is just run multiple connections here, run like 10 or like 8 S19 Pros and run them all at the same speed and get an average. And then run the S17s at some whatever speed you're looking for and get an average. And then that way, even if it's off, you know, 20, 30 watts there or there, you'll still get a pretty good average. So that's what I'm gonna do. It looks like the Emporium is not doing a perfect calculation. You know, it might be messing up on like 30 watts, 50 watts, which is a big deal when you're talking about mining. Because I have to calculate, you know, precisely, you know, I got hundreds of miners, and I need to know, are they using 50 watts more or are they not using 50 watts more? So it makes a big difference. So what I'm going to do is just going to continue to run these guys here. So the next one I want to plug in is going to be, let's see, I'll just plug in the next one after, shoot, I don't want to count it, I'll just place it and take a look. So, this one's right there, 5860, okay. So this is going to be 5860. Hopefully this is a 19. 5860. And that should be 5860. Where is that at? There it is. Okay. That is not a S19 actually. What I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna look at it over here. It's gonna be I'm gonna run it off of here. R337 1012. R337 1012. I'll just put them on there. R337 1012. And 1012 is up here. It's running on a 30 watt, 30 amp breaker here, so it's running 2 miners. P3A 1012, make sure that's what we got here. There it is. P3A 1012. You see it's got 2 bigger breaker, bigger outlet and a smaller outlet, so it's running these 2 S19s on a 30 amp. So what that means is we're going to measure them both at the same time. So we're gonna put that on there, plug them in, and then measure and write that down that is 2 miners on one, and then keep going. So you guys get the idea how to run Emporium. And what I'm gonna do after that is run the tests. I'm gonna run Brains OS on S19 Pro. I'm gonna run it on those miners, get calculations for 3400 watts, 3500 watts, 3300 watts, and so on, and then look at the ant pool or whatever pool you're using to see if you're getting the actual results, to see if you're getting the expected performance, and then make a decision of how you want to run them. Run the calculation. Since I'll have like 10 S19s running at the same time, I can get very close calculations, and I can run this actually at home. I can use my phone at home and see, what it runs at after 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours, and then change the speeds, change all that, and run it at a different speed and see what you get after 4 hours. So it's a very good, nice way to check all the watt usage, and then again make those calculations. Do I want to unplug some S17s, right? Do I want to unplug some of these and run those faster? Or maybe I want to run those slower and run these at the same speed, or maybe run them faster or slower. and then see which scenario will produce the most amount of profit. All right, so I hope you guys liked the video. You know what to do. Hit like, subscribe, hit the bell. Go to cryptollc.org if you're looking for someone to set up a GPU or ASIC mining farm. Or if you're just interested in acquiring some GPUs, we also provide that service as well. Go to cryptollc.org. Now, of course, we provide service for GPUs if you're looking for, you know, bigger batches. So if you're interested in that, cryptollc.org, send us an email. And until next time, bye.